It's Rob!
Tony! And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Hello gamers and welcome back to the Inn. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me that, and I think we're going to be playing more Mech Mage on our road to Legend. We are going from 13 to 12 in this video, playing the same Mech Mage as we played in our previous video, which is very effective right now, works very well, and is pretty fun if you ask me. So off the bat, we've been seeing a lot of Secret Paladins previously, or today I have on playing with some other accounts. And then I've also been seeing a lot of Druids. So ideally, this is what I'm expecting to go up against. Oh, Warlock. Okay, so I'm going to assume it's going to be a Reno Warlock, since that seems to be very popular right now. Alright, so we're going to get rid of probably Spider Tank. It's too far away and we don't have coin. Frostbolt, maybe he's okay. If he's playing Zoo, then Frostbolt makes sense because of Flame Imp. But if he's playing Reno, maybe Frostbolt not that good. So it's like a 50-50 chance. Arcane Intellect not so good, Cogmaster really good, so now we can actually Cogmaster a Noyotron and then Arcane Intellect on 3 if we don't have anything else to play, which is pretty nice curve if you ask me. Can't always get what you want. Tinker Technician would have been a better 3-drop because then that could follow up with the Noyotron, but this seems to be okay. So he's an Abusive Sergeant, so it makes me think he's playing combo Reno or just normal Reno. So we're going to ping that off, swing for 1. I could play the Noyotron and then swung for 3 instead, but then he can hit the into the Noyotron. I'd rather just gain a card up from him that way and not have to worry about him potentially killing Cogmaster next turn if he has some sort of silence or some way to get past the Noyotron. Imp Gang Boss is a bit problematic for us because we can't really deal with it effectively. Mech. Swing for 3 to face. Drawing the Mech Warper there was pretty nice, because normally we would have just played an Noyotron and then left with 1 mana, or chose to Arcane Intellect, and then we would have basically just lost the game. So drawing into the Mech Warper there was pretty important for us to do. To be able to play both creatures, continue pumping out a 2-3 that's worth for him killing. So if he has a Dark Bomb, he's probably going to use it on the Mech Warper. And if he's going to definitely generate a 1-1 off of the Noyotron. If he doesn't have... what is it called? Like an Iron Beak or something to silence it. Okay, we'll see what he does. So Dark Bombing the Mech Warper, we kind of saw that coming. Zombie Chow is pretty powerful 1-drop we're going to have to deal with, and he's going to generate the 1-1, which is dead. We pretty much called that out. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to draw. Actually, no, we could actually Frostbolt and then Mech Warper. What was I thinking? And Mech Warper. And then I think we're just going to go face because hitting into a creature right here doesn't really make sense. Attacking the Zombie Chow doesn't really do anything. He's going to attack our creatures anyway with the Zombie Chow, so it just makes sense to do that. Reno locks are really difficult for this deck to beat because once you get them down to like that lower point, it's just really hard to push the damage to finish them off. It's just one of those decks that's just really powerful right now against any form of deck, whether it be Mech Mage or not. So I'm not sure what we're going to do later on when he... Hopefully, I mean, ideally we shouldn't run out of steam because of the double Arcane Intellect in our hand. So we should be all right. What is he thinking? Turn 4, dude. What's going on? Dark Peddler. Okay. Pick that semi-quickly, so I'm assuming it must be a good card. He swings into this with his Zombie Chow, kills off one of his... Or he kills off both his imps to kill the Cog. Okay. He's gonna end passive and then end turn. Okay, so... Arcane Intellect, see what we get. Shredder. Clockwork. I think we Clockwork, swing for 2, and ping for 1. I don't think there's any reason to kill off either one of these creatures. Both of them can die to the Clockwork, and then just killing one off allows him to Mortal Coil. Not that he can Mortal Coil anyway, but at least he wastes an attack to attack into it, and we can deal 2 more damage to him. Because if he doesn't have Reno, there's a good possibility we can win this, but if he does, it's going to be really hard. Like I mentioned before, it's just one of those decks. And since I played all out, we were able to reach Legend last season with Reno Warlock. I know what the deck can do, and I'm not excited to play against it right now. Like, it's just not a fun deck to play against. It's just so good. Okay, so he's playing the older version that I had posted of the Reno lock with Slag and the other guy who makes Thalamos or Thaddeus or whatever the fuck his huge-ass monstrous name is. Alright, so I think we're going to play these 2 cards here. We're going to ping face and swing for 2. We could freeze this guy, actually, so he can't attack. But I think we need to save that for our Archmage. Because if we can play Archmage on turn 8, freeze maybe a card that needs to be frozen that could potentially kill Archmage. He can't kill Archmage in one turn, and we just double Fireball swing to win. Ideally, that could do it, but that's probably not going to happen. I'm seeing like a Hellfire. A Hellfire seems to be a really good play. So he swings his Dark Peddler into the Anoyotron, he Hellfires, and then swings whatever comes out of Shredder, kills off his 7/4, and then plays a 2-drop or uses his passive, brings him down to 4. The following turn he Renos. Then we play Archmage, we freeze, we play Archmage, we freeze Reno, and then he plays Soul Siphon. We got 1 Fireball. We could potentially draw into a creature. We Arcane Intellect. We can draw into like a Frostbolt. He's down. He's already at full health again, and we have 2 spells in our hand and maybe 1 or 2 creatures, and he's got like 5 cards in hand. I don't really see this going well. That was like what I'm... Okay, so he's Shadow Flame, which is kind of like an advanced version of a Hellfire. Kills off our Fairy Dragon, plays Acidic Swamp Ooze, so he protects in a few cards, so I'm assuming he also plays Mind Control Tech if he plays Acidic Swamp Ooze. We're going to see what we can get into here, Snow Chugger and Loatheb, so Spider Tank seems to be the better play in this situation. Playing the Snow Chugger, it's just going to die, and pinging with Snow Chugger just seems it won't do anything. We need to save up, get that turn 8 ready for the Archmage. That's our best line of play as of now. Damn, I just thought out like 3 or 4 turns ahead. Now I have a slight headache. I only normally think that like that when I'm like at rank anywhere between like 5 to 1. Then it comes out to the full frontal, like the whole machine is working. And by my machine, I think by machine I mean my brain. But normally, rank 15 to 5 is kind of just like you don't have to think that hard. It's just maybe 1 or 2 turns ahead. You normally don't have to. You don't have to go into pen and paper mode and start writing down all the possible possibilities, all the cards he could play through the following turns, depending on what he's played already. You guys don't have to worry about that. All right, so Blast Mage is a good draw there. Ideally, we're going to kill off his Murgleton because it's just a bad target for Blast Mage. We play a Blast Mage. It kills off maybe Acidic Swamp Ooze, hopefully Acidic Swamp Ooze. Hey, Acidic Swamp Ooze down. So we'll Snow Chugger, and we'll Ping Face. We could have frozen the Healbot, so the Healbot can't kill the Spider Tank, but again, we want to save spare parts for the Archmage. I've seen a lot of times where the Mech Mage players will waste their spare parts to do good things like freeze the Antique Healbot so he can't play Spider Tank, but generating a Fireball is way more important than keeping a 3/3 on the board. So you just got to think long term and when you think of your spare parts. They're just so much better than just making 3/3s live. They give you Fireballs, which is, by the way, a really good card. All right, so I think this is Archmage's time to shine. So we Archmage, we freeze, boom. We hit face, ping face? Or we can Mana Worm, because we can't ping, freeze, and swing. Ideally, if we had 1 more mana, I would have pinged one of the Boombots first, because the Boombots could potentially kill the Archmage. Soul Siphon kills the Archmage as well. We do have a Fireball and a Loatheb, which is pretty nice. If our Archmage if our Archmage lives 1 turn, we win. Like, it's just one of those cards where if it sits on the field for 1 turn and you have a spell to combo with, you pretty much win because it's just an ongoing flurry of Fireballs until your opponent either has no cards in hand or has no life left to take any more Fireballs to the dome. So, just one of those guys. I don't know what he could possibly be thinking about right now. It's either Kinsamida or... Come on, man. He's playing that kind of shenanigans shit. All right, so... Woo! Fireball to the dome. Fireball to the dome. And ping for Juan. Just Juan. Poor guy. That's a really lucky top deck for us. Like, that was really nice for us to be able to get the second Fireball. All right, so we are 1 game away from rating 12, so this will be a really short Road to Legend videos. Tony is now behind me, so if I get interrupted, blame Tony in the background. So this is either going to be a short Road to Legend video, or it's going to be a little bit longer, because normally every time we're at the maximum stars to get to the next level, we lose that game, and then we win the 2 following afterwards. I don't know why that's a thing, but it happens every freaking time. I don't get it. So we'll see what happens when it gets to that point. So we're playing against a warrior, which is a pretty decent matchup for us playing mech mage, because our snow chugger allows us to freeze his main character so he can't attack with his weapons, which is the entire early portion of a warrior deck. What the fuck are you doing, Tony? I'm just kidding. I like this hand. So Cogmaster turn 1, Snow Chugger turn 2. Normally you Mech Warper turn 2, but because it's a warrior and we want to freeze him ASAP, we'll probably play Snow Chugger before Mech Warper, depending on what he plays here. Did you just come into here to eat chocolates and then leave? All right. So Tony just made all that ruckus to walk in this room, potentially ruin a video, so we can eat fucking chocolates, mate. Fucking chocolates. All right. We're not going to play either one of those cards. We're going to ping this because he's playing Cancer Warrior, and we're going to swing for 1. All right. So Cancer Warrior against this deck is actually pretty effective because they have... they don't only have weapons, but they have a lot of charged minions that have a pretty decent amount of value to them, and are most likely bigger creatures than this. So Cursed Blade kills our Cogmaster, but Mech Warper Snow Chugger should put a stop to that. Like if he has another weapon in his hand, he can get out of it, but ideally he doesn't. So then when we freeze this weapon he has, he can't attack with it, so he can't get rid of it, and then he's just gonna take double damage. So next turn he could potentially take 8 damage to the face. Wow, he has another weapon to override and kill the Mech Warper. He's no kill Snow Chugger? Okay, so he killed Mech Warper. Wow. So Arcane Intellect, ideally we wanted to draw into like a Shredder, but we didn't. Anoyotron is semi-nice for turn 5, so we'll probably, hopefully we draw like a Tink Master, not Tink Master, yeah, Tinkertown. Wow, Cruel Taskmaster, Execute. Coin. What's a 3-drop? Bash? Yeah, why would he bash? That would be dumb. So he swings into this, kills it. Wow. Okay, so Spider Tank Anoyotron, or it's a Spider Tank ping the 2-1. I think Anoyotron's better. Because if we ping the 2-1, it kills it. If we play Anoyotron, it pretty much kills it anyway, because he's probably going to swing into it, because he's playing a warrior and he's not thinking. Because what I would do is I would swing his 2-2 into Anoyotron, swing his weapon into Anoyotron, swing the 2-1 face. But he probably won't do that. If he plays Anoyotron, he'll probably swing his 2-1 into it, then his 2-2, and then swing his weapon for face to deal with much face damage as possible, because that's how these Cancer Warriors think. So if the 2-1 lives, he's thinking value. If the 2-1 dies, he's thinking face. He's thinking face. Oh, yep, it was one of the 2 plays, and he took the face one. An Arcane Reaper, wow. Life's hard. Life is hard. All right, so we're going to see what we can get. Ideally, we want another Anoyotron. All right, so we're going to be playing the Cogmaster, ping the 2-1, swing for 3. We're pretty good situation here. It's 25 health to 20, 4 cards in hand for him, 2 cards on field for me, 5 cards in hand on field, but he does have a weapon, so that's 5, so we're actually up 2. Up 3 if we draw next turn. He's going to ping that for 1. Actually, why would he ping it for 1? So we get him free mana crystal, which means we can boom next turn. He's going to kill off the 3-4 Spider Tank, which is good. We actually, our mechs that come out of Dr. Boom are the boom bots that come out of mechs. The boom bots that come out of Dr. Boom are mechs. So our Cogmaster can kill the 4-2. That's what I meant to say. Jesus. The boom bot mechs that come out of Boom, or the mech bots that come out of the Doctor, cannot talk. Execute the boom. Executed the boom. Alright, Corsair for free. What else you got? Oh wow, the Bloodscale Raider with 7 attack. This is bad. This is bad. Alright, I don't want to fireball the 7-3, but I will if I must. Alright, we'll kill, see what spare part we can get. Alright, so we got the attack one, so we'll swing into this. Hits face. Ideally, we wanted it to hit the creature for 2 and then swing our bot into it. So I think we're going to pilot it. Yeah, we're going to... This is hard. We're going to use the spare part no matter what to give that guy +1 attack so we can kill it. So in this situation, now we can ping, give this guy +1 attack, and then swing into this, kill it, and then the bomb bot hits face, and I fucked up. Oh my god, I fucked up. I thought that was +1 attack. I fucked up. I probably just lost because of that. Oh, god damn it. Sorry, guys. I don't know why that made me think it was +1 attack. Like, I honestly just, I looked at that and I said +1 attack. I don't know what happened. I thought that's what it was, and now we're going to take fucking astronomical amount of damage, 11 damage. We would have just won. If that would have died, we would have taken 4 damage and not 7. So we're going to ping this for 1. Kill this off. If that had taunt, we could maybe win, but he probably just has another weapon. We're just going to play everything in our hand, end our turn. So we win. If he draws into 5 damage, he wins. If we lose, we lose. Of course, like I'm saying, we make mistakes. This is our game where we hit the fucking... We lost because I'm bad. We lost because I saw what wasn't there. There's a fucking mirage. It was a mirage, guys. I don't know, like, why I thought attack. Like, it just... Don't see things that aren't there. Tip 101 with Warshack. Don't play cards that don't do what they're not supposed to do. Read a card's text to make sure the card actually does what it's supposed to do. Make sure you pay attention to what cards actually do. Warshack tip 2. Tip number 3. Read the card text. Play slower. And don't think you know what you're doing. Tip number 3. I'm a little salty, I'm sorry. Alright, so we're going to get rid of... Yes. Keep the Clockwork Gnome. Okay, I can deal with this hand. Cogmaster's good. Clockwork Gnome's okay. I normally don't like Clockwork Gnome this early on, to be honest. It's a good one drop card, but we've never really seen it be our #1 play on turn 1, only if we have to. So I think we're going to Cogmaster here. He's going to attack the Northshire Cleric into it. He's going to heal it. He's going to draw 1 card. We're going to play the Clockwork Gnome. We're going to coin into the Frostbolt. We'll Frostbolt, kill the Northshire Cleric. Then we'll have 2 cards on the board. His turn 3 comes along. He heals his face. We Spider Tank. We have 3 cards on board. Following turn, he plays a 4-drop. What could he play for a 4-drop? We don't really know what kind of deck he's playing yet, so we'll see. So I think coin... The Frostbolt Clockwork Gnome play seems to be pretty good right now. It puts 2 creatures on the board. And then because we're playing against a priest and you can't effectively deal with cards with 1 HP, it's best to do this, in my opinion, because if we're playing against a mage, this guy having 1 HP is bad because he just pings it, but priests really don't have a lot to kind of... There's not a lot of wiggle room with priests. So ideally, he doesn't play anything here. If he's going to play something, it's not going to be pretty. All right, this guy's not too bad, but he's not great. Either way, we're still probably going to go by our same plan. Wow, come on, man. This is such a... He's had such a good opener. All right, so we Spider Tank, and then we pretty much just go face. There's no point to even attack any creatures at this situation because he's just going to swing his creatures into our creatures next turn anyway. So just try to put in as much damage as we can. 4-drop. Deathlord's pretty good. Can't really deal with it right now. Maybe we'll get the spare part. What would be a good spare part? The reversal spare part would be ideal. Wow, nice. That's really good. Okay. He's actually going to buff the Deathlord, so we're going to switch its attack and defense. We're going to Frostbolt it, and we're going to get a free card. So if we get like Dr. Boom or Archmage, that's insane. But we're probably going to get something garbage. Mech Warper's pretty good. And we're going to swing face. Zombie Chow can kill off the Cogmaster, yes, but on turn 5, we're susceptible to a Holy Nova no matter what. So it's kind of just like, again, deal as much damage as possible. I guess killing Zombie Chow wasn't a bad option there. I just don't think it was that great. Okay, so we expected the Cogmaster to die. Alright, so... Shredder, ping face, swing for 5. So we're actually pushing lethal next turn. If he heals for 15, it puts him at 9. So he has to kill a creature, which he probably will, and he has to heal, which he probably will. So I don't think we'll have lethal next turn. But the Arcane Intellect is good because this is the point where we run out of steam, as you can see by our hand here. So Arcane Intellect next turn, maybe draw into like Dr. Boom or like one of our Pilot Sky Golems would be good. Okay, so the 3-2 is really nice. He takes our 2-3, that's fine. So this is 6-12, we win. So we swing, fireball, ping. Swing, fireball, ping. It's like the, what's it called, Nemo? Just keep swimming, keep swimming. All right, so we're 1 game away from rank 12, and this is where we'll actually hit it. Because whenever we're on a win streak and we're 1 star away, and we can get it in 2 wins, we lose. But if we have to lose that 1 and then win the 2 in a row. It seems like that's just the key, is to just keep following this pattern. All right, so who are we gonna play against as our final boss game for rank 12? A Druid. Okay, and he actually is rank 12, so we're gonna see if we can take that rank 12 away from him. I do not like this hand at all, to be completely honest. It's pretty bad against a Druid. We're looking for Cogmaster's nice, Anoyotron's pretty good. The Technician's nice, but again, it's just too late. Like, he's a good 4/4 to play. Wow, he popped back into our hand anyway. Clockwork Gnome, not good, because now he can just use his passive, but again, we don't have an option, so Clockwork Gnome it is. So ideally, he's either going to waste his coin, not waste it, but use his coin to kill our 2/1, or he's just going to hold on to it. If I was him, I'd get rid of it. Raven Idol, wow. So he actually skipped out on killing the 2/1. So he gets punished if we draw an Anoyotron. I think that's the only card he gets punished if we draw it, because then he can't kill the 2/1 as effectively. Wow, another Arcane Intellect. All right, so ping, swing for 2. So we can't, oh man, Technician isn't going to get value because we don't have a mech on the field when because this is going to die, and then that's only going to be a 3/3. We don't even generate a spare part with it. What is Druid doing? He's giving us the game right now. Like, I'm sure his hand is good, but dude, you have to kill the mech. He's a 1 attack or 1 HP mech, man. Because now look, you just got punished. I summoned the 4/4 and gave myself a spare part, the invisible spare part. And we all know that's gonna combo with Archmage later to somehow win the game. Watch, I guarantee you, because of that mistake he just made, well, it's gonna cost him the game. Innervate by Raven Idol is broken. Dowerson is good. Too bad it's just going to get fireballed. We have fireball in hand, so it's going to be fireball, and he's going to take 6 more damage. Archmage, there's the Archmage. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. It's like an orchestrated symphony of doom coming his way. He's orchestrating it too. He's like, oh, leave the 2/1 alive so I can die. Boom, are you kidding me, dude? Darson and then into boom. All right, so piloted Cogmaster, go face. He's already pretty low. We already wasted a fireball, but I mean, we just have to wait for turn 8 for the Archmage and the Cloak, and then next turn apparently is just draw more cards. So he's gonna swing 1 bot into the 2/1, heal for 5. Oh wow, okay. Dr. Boom into the Shredder. Armor Smith is fine, I suppose. It's not as bad as some other cards we could get, like fucking the 1/1 cards, like Jolt Scarab. That's a 3-drop. No, Jolt Scarab is 2-drop. All right, so bomb into the 1/2. Do not kill my 4/4. Okay. Sweet. Let's see what we can draw. Blast Mage is decent. Spider Tank's decent. We can't play either one of these because I'm pretty sure we have to Frostbolt the Dr. Boom and then swing with everything else. I wish we can actually freeze the lore. That actually might be a play because we already have the Cloak for the Archmage. So having 1 is fine. 2 is not okay because then we have to wait an extra turn. So Frostbolting the Doom or the Boom, swinging with our other cards and freezing that I think is our best play here. So he's actually going to have to use like a Swipe or a Wrath or a Charge or have a Taunt. So he's gonna have to have something to kind of move around this because either way, he might think we have lethal here. Even though we already used 1 Fireball and Frostbolt, so there's not a whole lot left of burst damage in our deck besides drawing into the. I mean, there's the 1 Frostbolt left, or the 1 Fireball left, and the 1 Frostbolt left, but that's just 1 of each, not so much 2 of each anymore. So he kind of knows that. So he used his Wraith. He used the Keeper to kill off our 4 damage, which is bad. It looks like It looks like Blast Mage Spider Tank is the best course of action. Or, I don't know. Maybe Spider Tank and Noyotron ping, but I think Blast Mage is way stronger. Okay. So this sets him up so he has to, the lore goes into the Blast Mage, or the swipe. It's potentially one of our cards lives. If not, I mean, we still have the, all right, so there's the swipe, so never mind. Both of our cards are gonna die. He's actually gonna keep one alive. The Loatheb stops us from playing Archmage, so that's really bad. So it looks like we're in a situation in which we're just going to Mech Warper and Noyotron, kill the 5-1, end our turn. Now if we would have had the second spare part, we would have generated 2 fireballs, but we used it to freeze the lore, so the lore couldn't kill the 4-4, but then he ended up killing it anyway with the Keeper of the Grove, or Keeper of the, whatever the fuck that's called. Keeper of the Grove, I guess. So he actually got really lucky with that Loatheb right there. He probably doesn't even know how lucky he just got, but he did. It just stopped us from getting lethal. He's going to fill up the board. I'm going to assume the last card in his hand is maybe a Savage Roar. We're at 33 health, though, so we're all right. So we're going to Archmage, turn Archmage invisible, play our free little card here, and then end our turn. We're not going to attack the Mech Warper into this because it's pointless. He's going to have to waste an attack to kill the Mech Warper anyway, which is what we want him to do. So if he has Force of Nature Savage Roar here, he wins by a long shot. If he has Savage Roar, we can win. So it's a double Fireball. If he has a heal, which he's already used 1 Ancient of Lore to heal for 5. So as long as he doesn't second Ancient of Lore to heal for another 5, pushing us outside of lethal. He's actually at 17 health now. So double Fireball is 12, 13. Can't get through taunts. So we're going to have to waste a Fireball on the Fang if we're going to clear field. If we're going to clear the Fang with Fireball, we might as well clear the rest of the cards. There's another spell, so we actually get 3 Fireballs this turn. Frostbolt is a good card for us to get. All right, so we're going to Fireball the 4-6. Fireball the 5-5. Swing for maybe 5. Let's start with this. Kill off this. Generates a Fireball. Swing. Fireball the 5-5. Generate us another Fireball. Do we Frostbolt the Loatheb? Do we ping the Keeper? Do we ping the Shredder? What the fuck am I supposed to do? We need as many Fireballs as we can. So we're going to Frostbolt face and push lethal next turn with another double Fireball. So he's going to waste, if he has Savage Roar, Force of Nature, again, we lose. But if he doesn't have that, he's going to swing his Loatheb and his Keeper into our... Okay, so he's searching for cards. So he's going to swing his Loatheb and his Keeper into Archmage. His 4 is going to go face. He's going to passive, putting him at 10. If he can't heal, we swing double Fireball face for 12. We win next turn. Raven Idol. So if he gets a... He could potentially get a healing card here. If he picked the spells. Even another lore. No, he couldn't... Actually, no, he could still use another lore because he has 7 mana. But the chances of him getting lore... What's another healing card? There's Tree of Life. We couldn't use that. Are you fucking kidding? A healing touch? Come on, man. This guy is healed for 18 this game, and he's a Druid. What the hell is that? So he's back at 18 health, swings his Loatheb, swings the 2, like we said, to kill Arc, swings for 4, and then it brings us back to our turn. I think Mana Worm, draw, ping, then see what happens. Anoyotron, Dr. Boom's good. Anoyotron this, and then end turn. Next turn, he's at 18, double Fireballs, 12, ping, 13, plus 2 onto Warper. That's 4, that's 13, that's 17. He's at 18. We're 1 off lethal. But we're 1 off lethal with just Mana Worm on the field. If Anoyotron were to stay, then we would actually be able to win with double Fireball with the Mana Worm on the field. But since Anoyotron died, we can't. Second Fireball, another Fireball, 3 Fireballs helps, but I think we're just going to go for field control in this situation and just try to pump out as much damage as possible. So I think we're going to Dr. Boom, ping off his 2/1, swing face for 2. We're out of range of getting Force of Nature, Savage Roar, even with the Shade of Naxxramas on the floor, and we also have 2 Fireballs in hand and ping. So we have 13 damage just in our hand. And then we also have Mana Worm turns into a 4-attack creature. So I do not think there's any way he can get out of this checkmate. Like, he's been able to barely make it past us having lethal so many times this game that he doesn't even know it. Like, he's literally like, oh my god, he's so close. He's like after a boss fight when you have like fucking the amount of health where you get farted on and you die. He's gonna kill the Mana Worm. Passive, 17 health, still not enough. Attack the bomb kills the Shade. Nope. Bomb goes face for 5, or for 1. Wow, I was gonna say for 5. I'm like, what? All right, so we're gonna fireball the 4/6, ping or swing in for 7, swing for 1, hit him with another fireball, ping for 1. That's a game. Druid, Jesus Christ, man, you lived for way too long. You should have lost like 6 turns ago. Anyway, we're at rank 12 now. This is exciting. We are making our way downtown. We've actually moved quite the ways down the ladder today. As you can see, the t-shirt has been the same. I'm not really sure how much more I'm going to play today, as we do have to play some free-to-play, and that's always fun. I enjoy the free-to-play almost more so than playing on my normal account, just because it's so satisfying getting cards and building decks out of, you know, with the collection of not so much. Just makes it that much better. Anyway, guys, glad to have you here. Glad to have you watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, I read them all. I respond when I can. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down there. I always read them, like I just mentioned. And as always, I'm Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.